Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. Today, we're looking at Factory. But we're going to kick off today's show with something a little special, which is the brand new single from Thomas Gillane. Oh yeah.
Look who has awoken, a man with nothing to fear or to lose. Who begs for nothing and bows to none. Beg for nothing and bows to none. We all feel your presence. Away with your darkness, my light will shine. Cause I'll remain patient when you're out of time. While I see your piercing gaze into mine. Your sins outweigh your virtues. Pray to the gods, they won't forsake you. You'll beg for forgiveness when your life's on the line. The joke is on you, 'cause judgment is mine. I see your silhouette in the corner of my eye. Everything I say to you is met with a sigh. Always a guest, never a host. I feel I'm dealing with a ghost. And still I begged for your love and bow to your grace. The things that you do to save face. The bridge has been burned, now the tables have turned. It's dear to your heart, manipulative art. I was once your subject, now I no longer take part. I know you got love to give, but I want none. I want none. I want none.
Oh yeah, there you go. That is Thomas Ghislaine's new track called Beg for Nothing, Bow to None. And there I am. I'm here, somewhere there. I hope you're all doing well. If you're over watching on Facebook, good luck to you. That's your problem. You may seek help. You can come over here to the YouTubes at youtube.com/Jade Starr to watch the show with everybody in the chat, or you can head over to the browser at howtoapponIOS.com, or you can head over to Le Twitch at twitch.tv/howtoapponIOS. Also, remember, folks, you can, for as little as $1 a month, you can become a Patreon because things are changing and things are moving over to the Patreon. We'll find out more about that at the end of the week. You can get your songs mastered once a week. Do that. And some other things that happen too. So, yeah. There you go. Are there any apps today? Oh, I need to say hello to people. Hello. Thanks for all being here. Thanks. Thomas Ghislaine is here. Speaking of Thomas, remember it is Thomas Christ Week. Thomas Christ Week. If you don't know who Thomas Christ is, Thomas Christ will put a link in the chat. You can head over and check out his channel because he does awesome live streams every weekend. Yeah? Yeah. Hello. Oh, let me see. What have I got going here? I've got to do this, don't I? Ooh, I've got to go there. I'm a bit disorganized today. Let me see. There we go. That's it. Doctor's orders. Hello, Joe. What do you know? Oh, man. I have a very sore neck right now. Look at that. There you go. See that, everybody? That's. I'll explain that a little bit soon. Hi, Saif, and good to see you. Russ, hello to you. Hello, Danny Broderick. Hello to Audible Video. Hello to you. Hello, Nina. Hello, Greg Hernandez. Hello, can you go? Who else have I missed? Hello, Wall. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Hambo. Slow. Anybody else I've missed while I'm scrolling crazily? Hello, Doug. How you going, Doug? Good to see you, Doug. Doug. Yeah. So, I think I've covered most people. There you go. Joshua. Hello, Joshua, as well. So, you may notice just a little bit of a different change on to the page here. So, before I jump into the apps, iOS 14.6, it's a bucket of shit. So many people within this community who I know, Cy, Doug, we hang out in Clubhouse all the time. We talk about all the issues we've been having. Kev Hart with iOS. Last night, for some reason, iOS 14 decided to create a brand new problem, which I've never seen before. Totally beyond me. After doing this show for a year exactly and never changing any of my setup, always have my HDMI plugged out of my iPad going into my computer. It's been that way for a year. Now it doesn't work anymore. If I leave it in when I'm not streaming, which I always have done, now any AUv3 plugins that I use, they just drop out and just like they're not there anymore. They'll drop out for a second and then come back. Drop out and then come back every 4 minutes. Fuck Apple's iOS system. It is just a nightmare. I don't know what they have done to 14 with iPad Pros, but this core audio issue is fucking bullshit. So I'm going to have a spray because I'm absolutely pissed off. Kev Hart yesterday telling me that he's getting these core audio issues and just completely shutting down fucking GarageBand. Cy is having some just amazing issues with it, just getting these error messages that make no fucking sense whatsoever. The core audio issues with iPad Pros at the moment are just bad stuff, man. I don't know. I really don't know. You know, I watched a video last night with the guy talking about how disappointing Apple was yesterday with their keynote. Okay, and basically they ignored all of the music makers. They refused to address the issues with core audio, and they keep telling us that the iPad Pro is a replacement for a computer. And it's not, because the audio doesn't work. There's massive issues with it. For it to just stop working like that for me, it's... I got nothing. I really don't know what to say. It's just unbelievable. So, yeah, there's my spray for the day. So you will notice my little iPad here that's on the screen is not stretched anymore, because I actually I'm using a new capture card today, which will be the thing going forward. And how cool is this? I've got this new effect. Look at this. Look how much fun it is. Sorry. It's the small things that amuse. When everything goes wrong, just do that. Anyway. Fucking hell. All right. Are there any price drops? There's not too many, really. There's Drum Surgeon. That's pretty much it. Drum Surgeon's on sale from $5.99 to $4.99. Really don't have time to do anything else today because we got a really big show. This is I really want to dive into this and show you the ins and outs, because we're looking at Factory today, yeah, from Sugar Bytes. It's been around for a while. It's really cool. Cy Effin says, yes, seems to be. Whatever enhancements they made to the hardware in the new devices, it's screwed in 14X. Since 14.5, this is when all this has really gone bonkers. The biggest problem we had before then, just continuing on that, was AUv3's vanishing from the iPads and you'd have to reboot. We thought they'd fix that, and instead they gave us a whole bucket of new issues. The crackling stuff that you get where you have to turn off your audio interface to come back, this core audio stuff. This, what I'm getting, I mean, I can show you what's happening, but I just don't want to go through the frustration of it. So let's jump in now and have a look at Factory by Sugar Bytes. So Factory's free to download. You can do it now. I'm pretty sure that's right. Now, hopefully somebody can look up for me how much the in-app purchase price is, because I only have the Australian price, and I can show you that if you want, but it's not a good representation for you all. So Sugar Bytes, I'll do it anyway. There we go. Sugar Bytes. 14.5.1 is crap. 14.5 is crap. They're all crap. Past 14.5, in my opinion. So here is so it's around $20. Cool, because in Australia, look how much it is. Here you go. This will give you an insight to how much the Aussie dollar is. $27.99 for the in-app purchase. There it is. So I can go full screen now, and you can see it a little bit clearer. $27.99. What do you get for it? You get a whole lot of amazing sounds, and you get the ability to use AUv3s, right? This thing's incredible. Let's not talk shit here. This thing is absolutely sick. All right. I've been messing with this since I bought it, but then last night I really got into this and spent a fair bit of time messing around with it. So we're going to open it up in AUM, and here it is off the bat. Let's open it up for you. Now I'm going to start. How I'm going to do this today is we're just going to kick off with the init sounds. Yeah. And I'm going to just run you through some of the sounds that are in here. There's my mouse. There it is. So we're just going to run through some of the sounds. We're going to run through the modulations, sequencer, and the articulation, the effects and settings. We'll have a look at the matrix. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to create a drone. And then we'll run through some of the patches, yeah? Because there's a lot. There is a lot of patches, yeah? So here we are at the beginning. And this is your init sounds. So pretty much just a pulse sign there, yeah? We'll skip over to this full screen so you can see what I'm doing here. Alrighty, let's jump in. So you've got two oscillators, two main oscillators. Here they are, one up the top right left-hand corner, one just underneath it. You have a mixer next to that which controls these two oscillators, two little volumes here. you have a sub and some noise. Yeah, you've got a filter, and that's all you really need to know across the top there. So both these oscillators are basically the same thing. Yeah, but you can have two different oscillators running at the same time. And let's just quickly run through. Right, so with this pulse synth sync, you've got three buttons there. You got a frequency, a key track, pulse width. I'm just going to put it down a little bit. So straight away, you can create some pretty cool sounds off the bat, yeah, with chords. When you click on the little drop down, these are the options you get from here. So you've got a saw sync, saw, fractal, FM formant, transformer, wavetable, PWM, wavetable sync, wavetable formant, wavetable drone, and a waveguide. So we'll go through them quickly. Here's your saw sync. So pretty easy to get some sounds here. I'm just going to hit the right arrow to the next one, which is the saw fractal. And you can see all I'm doing is just turning those two knobs on this oscillator section here. And don't let this overwhelm you, yeah? Because it's definitely not... like a lot of these things, they can look overwhelming, but once you get a handle on it and just own it and make mistakes with it, that's when it gets fun. So this is the FM formant. So you got a shift here, some feedback. The next one is a transformer. And what this is, when you click on it, you actually get a whole bunch of waves in here. So environments, you've got instruments in here like trumpets, violins, stuff like that. And you can import your own as well. Boom, from your Files app. Very simple to import. And so let's just go back here. So this is a bass slap. And you can move this along. So you can basically import anything into there, yeah? I love that's called a bong. There you go, that's a bong sound. So now we have a wavetable PWM. And you've got a whole lot of different sounds in here. So you've got heaps of sounds. So you've got vocalish kind of sounds in here as well. A growl, for example. So these are your starting blocks here. If I just go through clicking. And where are we now? So what it was a wavetable over here. We've got a wavetable sync. And with these last four, so they're all these wavetable ones. The little drop down underneath here where it says Empire, these are all the same for each of those. So you can bring all these in. And all of these sounds can be controlled. So this particular oscillator here is controlled by the volume here, yeah? So I can turn this up and down when I want. This is your drone. And last, you've got a waveguide. So you can pick any of these. So that's pretty much your oscillator, yeah? And the one underneath here, the second one, it's exactly the same. So if you've got two different sounds, basically you can blend them by introducing the second volume. So let's turn this into a, let's do a wavetable drone. And now this second sound, we can go in here and we'll pick a drone as well. There you go. So you've got two of those running with each other. The third one along is a sub. So if I turn this up, so you've got a sub there. Now if we bring all three of them in. Cool, yeah? Hey, I have an idea. How cool's that? So we've got this sub. You can pull that out, pump it up. The fourth volume along here is, yes, that is a jitter that you see, Thomas Gillane. The fourth one along here, we'll turn all these down. This is exactly what it says, noise. And we'll give it some. So with all four of them happening, pretty cool, yeah? Ace. Good stuff. All right, let's have a look at the filter next door, right on the end here, the third one. There you go. There's your filter. You've also got a resolution here for your filter and a distortion. You've also got a little drop-down box here, which is a lot of these things you may miss. But look at this, you've got a high pass, peak EQ, comb, val, a whole bunch of stuff in here to change that filter around, brighten it up. You've got a band pass, mid boost. So you've got a whole lot of options in there too, right? Now with each of these oscillators, you'll notice down here there's tuning as well. So I can just touch here. We can go up semitones, we can go up full octaves. Awesome stuff. So that is a brief look at the oscillators. Very cool. Sky's the limit making sounds with this. Really, really cool for making sounds. Let's have a look next at the effects. We'll jump over to the effects. So they are third from the fourth, second last, yeah? And you've got a whole heap of effects in here. So we'll just click on this middle one here. Look at all this. You've got a groove delay, pitch delay, reverse delay, corpus, piano verb. You've even got a shimmer, spring verb, white verb, equalizer, stereo filter, dynamic filter, chorus, phaser, flanger, shatter. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Let's just throw the shimmer on. And you've got a little on switch here just to turn it on. We can turn that off. We've got, let's throw on a spring reverb. Beautiful. Nice big reverbs. There's a lot of cool reverbs in here, you know. You may not even need to use Black Hole. I don't think so. And what's really ace about all this too is every single knob, pretty much everything, can be controlled by this wonderful matrix here. This really easy to use matrix. And I'm going to show you how to use that when I make a drone. What are we? 627. Okie dokie. Let's have a look at articulation. Articulation. So within the articulation here, you have tuning. So the first one along here, this fine tune. Double tap on anything to bring it back. You've even got a quantize here. You can quantize with a whole bunch of scales. It's not a lot of scales, but it's enough to do something really fancy, yeah? We'll just jump ahead of myself. And you can actually change the root note of the scale. If I zoom in a little bit, notice here, see the little markers around the actual knob? They're actually set as keyboard keys. White, black, white, white, white. See? It's small, but a really small detail, but really cool. Nice one, yeah? You've got this glide here. Next to that, you have like a little bender here, which controlled decides the breadth and the depth of your mod wheel, which is nice. I'm going to jump over. We've got intonation here and stuff, so you can hear this when I turn on this intonation. It slides up and down. It actually slides along the keys instead of just a glide. So the intonation is really cool for playing with. Plus, also, the last thing along here we'll go to is the arpeggiator. This is pretty cool, yeah? So if we turn it on, hit 3 notes. So you can actually add, let's just show you here. You've got this octave range, and you can add like 6 notes in here. 5, 2. And under both of these, so you've got a voice select and octave range, you can change up and down, just down, this one. You can make some video game music by putting the clock up to 64. Or you can bring it all the way down. So that's just another little brief look at all the stuff, fancy stuff you can do in there. It's really cool. We'll go over to here, the modulators. And over here you have 2 envelopes, right? Pretty cool stuff. So, you know, your basic envelopes there. You have also 2 LFOs. And my favorite bit of this whole section is this bit here, this sample and hold, right? Really awesome for making drones. So, just for shits and giggles, let's see. I'll show you. We'll get into, I'll give you an example of how these work when I try and make a drone, when I try to make a drone. But just to have some fun, yeah, let's try to make, off the bat, so let's reset this. I'm just going to pick something like this. Let's come back here and we'll start again, right? So we're back to the start. I'm going to try and make a drum kit. I'm going to try and make a drum kit using the sequencer, yeah? So let's try it. I'm going to turn down all of these. So I've turned down all 4 of these, and I'm going to start off with the noise. So we're going to turn up the noise, and this little volume, all of these sections that have a volume at the top, I'm going to turn this down. So if we are all good, which now I can't see that we are all good, because there we go. So here is how I'm going to make a hi-hat. And how we're going to do this, we go into our little table here. So this is your introduction into this. Now, with these grids, you can select any of these and change them up. So I can select here, and you get all these options. So you can look at all this stuff. You can you know, activate, get rocking along. So LFOs, sequences, you got all this stuff in here. It's really cool. I'm going to select sequencer 1. Okie dokie. And down here, I'm going to select noise level. That is this here, this noise. So hopefully, now what I'm going to do is head up here to this little section. And what you do is you draw with your finger. I'll show you with my pencil. You can actually fill in dots here and point and draw up and down. So when I draw up, it goes to positive, and when I draw down, it goes negative. So forward and reverse. So I'm going to draw something in here. And exactly, what I wanted to do isn't isn't working the way I thought it would. Oh man, I'm such a dick. Fuck off. How did I ever get this job? Did I tell you about my neck? Let's have a look at it while we're... Look at that. That's great, isn't it? You know what? I'm just going to do this because I'm looking at the time. I've explained so much of this. I'm going to just straight in. Let's make a drone. I don't want to make drums anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a drone, yeah? Because that's what I'm more into anyway. So now that we have a sound here, we're going to make a drone. And how are we going to do this? So we're going to use this table here. And what we need to do is, at the moment, when I press down a key, we're getting a sound. And over here, where the master volume is, it's set to envelope. Now, if I click here and turn this off, get ready, because this is what's going to happen. Now, this sound's just going to continuously drone. So now I can go into oscillator 1 and start playing around with it. And what I'm going to do is choose this Wavetable drone, and let's choose this. Does that sound alright for a drone to kick off? So there's our first part of our drone. Now, what I am going to do here, let's start again up here with this matrix. So here I'm going to select sample and hold, yeah? So we've got sample and hold, and down here, I want to select oscillator 1A, and that is this A button over here. So I'm going to choose this. Next to it, I'm going to choose oscillator 1B. There we go. Sound good so far? Yeah, I know. All right, and we're going to head over here to the lo-fi. And I'm going to play with the LFO, sorry, lo-fi. So I'll just turn that down for a second. So this little section here, this sample and hold, you'll see what's going on here. If I turn this up to a normal sine there, see how it's going up and down? So this is moving up and down, yeah? And if I change this here, we're going to combine both of these into this sample and hold, yeah? That's what's going to happen. So I'm going to choose this crazy little sound, this crazy little wav here, which is kind of really dotted and strange. Now I'm going to go up here and turn this up. So you'll see over on the wave here, we're starting to get movement, which is coming from this sample and hold, right? Now I'm going to add this second one, the jitter. And we're starting to get some interesting textures happen. So next I want to add some sub in there, right? And what I'm going to do here is find that there's a sub in here. There it is. And down here, I'm going to choose this pitch sub. Oops. And now I'm going to draw this in up here on this table. But I want this sub to do something interesting, right? So I'm going to pull this volume down. Maybe. Maybe I'm going to do that. What we actually want to do, I actually chose the wrong one. What do I want to do? I want to do this. I want to go... Actually, what we want to do... let's try this. Let's try something even different. I want to add some melody to these drones, to this first part of the drone. So I'm going to try this first. I'm going to go in here and choose pitch 1 quantize. Then I'm going to head over to the articulation here. I'm going to choose a minor. And now you should be able to hear we've got a minor scale running underneath. Right, so we've got a second oscillator here. So I'm going to choose from this matrix the oscillator 2A and oscillator 2B. And bring these in as well. And what we are going to do now is, let's just turn that off. We're going to draw these in as well. So now this is our second oscillator. Let's give this a different... Wow! Now we're getting crazy, man. Listen to that shit. I'm in noise heaven. So next thing I want to do is bring this sub in, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to choose a sub level. And now we're going to bring this up here. We're going to actually connect the sub level to an envelope. Maybe. Shall we do that? There we go. Yeah, man. But what I want to do here so now this sub is connected to this envelope over here. But I'm going to pull all this out. Let's pull all this out. And now I'm going to connect this to the LFO. LFO1. And we're going to go up the top and pull this volume down and just have hopefully, there you go, just some punches of bass coming through. Yeah. So we need some effects now, yeah? Let's throw on a spring reverb. That's starting to sound pretty mean. Let's add a filter, yeah? So here's our filter. But we want to get this moving. We want to make this filter move. So down here we're going to choose a cutoff, because that's what it is. It's a cutoff filter. It's right up the top. And I'm going to draw in here. And now you can see we've got some movement on this filter. Boom. Let's add some resonance. It's a bit of drive. Fuck yeah. You know what? For now, let's just leave that as it is. So the thing is, I know nothing about doing this shit, right? And I've just shown that to you. I'm just throwing shit up as best as I can. So this is my drone. But what I'm going to do next with it is really cool. Because you can save these, right? So we're going to go up here. Click this little save button. We're going to go up here, click the author. We're going to clear that out. We're going to call this me. Yeah. Jade Starr. We're going to give it some tags. If you click on each one of these, you can rename these tags and name whatever you want. So I'm going to call this noise. Under here it says clean. We'll call this cells. This one we'll call soundscape. And this one we'll just call mess. And then we go up here to the little save icon. Click on it. And you can save this preset whatever you like. So I'm going to call this utensils 4. Now that's saved, yeah? I can go back and bring this sound up anytime I want. I can change it. Before we move on, I'm going to show you what we'll do. We'll close this out. How do we make this a little bit more interesting? I'm going to bring in our Tezza. Let's just do this. Boom. Let's bring in perforator. Is that what it's called? Perforator. And I'm going to bring the drum computer on the next track. You ready? And in here for an effect, we'll choose spiral angle. Yeah! How cool is that? Here you go, Russ. Alrighty, so that was just a quick show of how you can go crazy using that matrix, using all that, just to make something crazy off the bat. Dive into these things, just go for it, you know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid. I had no idea what I was doing then, but it sounded alright. So what we're going to do for the last we're going to go a little bit over it today, just so I can run through some of the presets, because these things are crazy and I get to show you the sequencer in with some of these as well. So when you pay for the upgrade, you get the AUv3, yeah, the $20 or whatever it is, $17.99, wherever you are. You get a whole lot of instruments. Look at all this stuff. Look at all these presets. And what's really cool is you get all of these like keywords, yeah, where you can click on a keyword, and you saw when I made my own patch, I made my own keywords in there. So now if I see hell, there's my sound in there, utensils. Yeah, pretty cool. I love it, man. It's really ace. just super cool to be able to do that, to go back and you can go back anytime. You can click beats, percussive, synthetic, hit the little back button. Let's just go through some sounds, yeah? Really, really cool. So, my keyboard's connected, as you can see. This is an aggressive snare. We've got an acoustic plucked. Got a wub. You ready? So let's have a quick look at this wub. So I'm going to click out and have a look at the sequencer now. So we'll click on this sequencer, and as you can see here, when I click on, when you choose any of these, you can choose sequence. You've got 4 sequences. So you can see there's 2 of these dots here on sequencer 1. Here's your sequencer tab. Here is the first sequence. Now this is really ace. We'll go full screen for it. Along the bottom here, see these little arrows pointing this way? When you hold down on one of these, you get this menu. Look at all these crazy things you can add to this. Triplets, doubles, ups. There are so many options here, yeah? And you can it is insane, all of the different things you can choose in here. And if you like one, you can just hold down on it and drag across, and all of them become that. Now you can see here in the matrix, the second sequencer is selected as well. So when I go over here and hit number 2, you have this. Now when you have a bottom selection of all these arrows, what that means is you can basically draw in whatever you want. Really cool. Exactly audible video. And you've got 4 of these, yeah? So there you go. You've got 4 of them. You can add, you can basically create notes, you can create melodies, you can create kick drums. Sky's the limit, man. It was 4 of these, 2 LFOs, 2 envelopes. And there's just so much you can do with this. It's really mind-blowing. Let's go through some more sounds, because there's some really crazy sounds in here. I'll show you another really cool function here. So within this little matrix here, you've got these little set of knobs here. I haven't even gone over randomization yet, but there is a little die up here. So if I hold down on this die and move up, look what it does. It adds random pieces into the sequencer. As you can see, I'm only holding down one key. Let's mess with that die a bit. Now I'm going to show you something really cool. We'll come back to that little section. down the bottom here, right, you've got this A to B, right? See this? Just sitting down there, all innocent, going, leave me alone, don't play with me. Guess what? We're going to play with you. So this is like a morpher, yeah? So you can morph. So we've got this sound. That's the basically the preset. What I'm going to do is now I'm going to move this over to B, and there's a little record button down here. Now I'm going to hit record, and I'm going to go back up here and move this die like this, right? And then I'm going to go back here and turn off record. So now this is locked. So when I move between A and B, check this out. Fucking awesome. Just really cool shit, yeah. So heading back over here to this matrix, we can actually play with this wonderful little knob here as well. And what this does, it reverses things, right? So I just got one finger down. It's a really incredible synthesizer. It is just, it's nuts. It is absolutely nuts. And I've hardly showed you anything. Like there's so much in here. It is just ridiculous. Let's go through some more sounds. The other thing too, you can open this up in GarageBand. You can open up in Cubasis. I've opened up in GarageBand. It works awesome. I've been using this in one of my utensil songs. So basically this one just has an LFO and an envelope running on it. It's another world. Remember, you got the arpeggiator. So if we head over to the sequencer, let's try and draw this in properly. Here we go. only in the A's. So what you also have, let's try and find, there's randomization in all of these as well. So over here, you've got like, you can move these, you can step them left to the right, you can copy and paste, and you can do stuff like this. You can randomize this shit. There's so many cool soundscapes in here. Honestly, there just isn't enough time. I've gone over time. I haven't covered half of this. I'm definitely going to do another show on this at some stage and try and use this with the Utensils album I am working on. So that's definitely a must. Let's just, before I go, open up. So we've got in here. So this is one I built last night. I think I did this one too last night, did I? I don't know. This app is sick. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me today. I hope you got something really cool out of this. Sure, again, just going to finish on these apps do cost money, yeah? So they cost dollars. I'm not sure. I don't think Pete is up today. I did check. I didn't see that he had a show on. I'll just make sure. Shit, I hope so. I didn't see one not showing, so yeah, definitely not one there. So there you go. That's why I went a little bit over today. Gary, hey Sean, sorry to anybody I've missed. I was so entranced with that kind of shit that I was doing today. Is there anyone else I've missed? Look, yeah. So what was I saying? These apps, they do cost money, yeah. And I know everybody doesn't have all the money in the world, but if this is something that you know is up your alley, there's a lot more in here than what I've covered today, yeah? So I've barely scratched the surface. It's still very complex for me, but by just diving in, unbelievable, you can create some really sick stuff. I think it's all about not having no fear, yeah? It's probably what's missing from music these days. Nobody is dangerous. If you take risks and just go for it, happy accidents, happy mistakes. Remember, folks, yesterday's video had a look at SnakeBud. That competition giveaway is still running, so if you would like a chance to win SnakeBud, go over and leave a comment on that video, and you may have a chance to win that tomorrow, because we'll announce the winners of that tomorrow. What's coming up tomorrow as we speak? Tomorrow is this little beauty, Podcast AU. So this is an AUv3 plugin where you can stream podcasts into any DAW and create some really demented sounds. And that's what we're going to do tomorrow. More demented sounds. And maybe we'll use one of Pete Johns' podcasts, and we'll turn Pete Johns into the devil incarnate. What do you think of that? What did you think of that? I won't hit Pete's button because I promised I would. But this is what we're looking at tomorrow. And remember, folks, the day after will be the Apple WWDC 2021 expert analysis with me and Doug Woods. And we'll be talking about all the shit that didn't happen at Apple. No doubt we'll be talking a lot about the iOS 14 bugs and stuff like that. So hopefully you can join us for that. Anyway, everybody, hope you have a wonderful day. That's me out for today. Do the things that make you happy. Keep making music. And mistakes make you better. Well, they make you lucky. Take care. I will see you tomorrow. Remember to head over to Thomas Galane's YouTube channel and check out his video that you heard at the start. And sub if you haven't already. Righty dokey, righty dokey, righty dokey, righty dokey, goodbye. Boom. Podcast.